The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
We're going to fix this, you guys. One sec. Small intro, and we're going to change that. We can't have no small intros going on here. Feeling a little rusty for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm feeling a little rusty, dude.
Take 1 week off, and it's like you've never been on the internet before.
You sound so smooth. Ooh.
Do I sound good?
You sound good. You sound good.
Is that
Richie?
a new mic?
Richie had to help. Yeah, Richie had to help me with the mic, get it set up last week. So, I joined all you guys with the cool mic.
Yeah, good job, dude. Good job. So, 58 live on a Friday night. Thank you for hanging out with us, you guys. Packed house. And we've got a lot of fun books to talk about tonight. San Diego Comic-Con is over. There are some cons going on this weekend still, right? Terrificon, right? And Corpus Christi Comic-Con.
Hell yeah, man.
So,
Shout out to my buddy Steve. He got his first variant out there. Most Wanted Comics right there, Corpus Christi, Texas. It's my boy
cool.
Steve. Vote no win. He did a little remark there. So, yeah, if you're in the area, come down to Corpus Christi Comic-Con.
Yeah, speaking of variants, we need to get a petition signed, guys, or something, and get it to fucking Overstreet, fucking CGC, CBCS, and we need to end the modern age and start the variant age. Don't you guys think? I mean,
yes.
It's time.
Yes.
Or the AI age.
Oh, that variant age needs to start with when the Hughes
Lost
like
23.
2010.
Yeah, Lost 23.
Yeah, Legion. Yeah, Lost 23. That should be the start.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. That would be beyond excellent to see that. I mean, I saw so many different Lost 23s this week that they would only be fitting to have that happen with that book. So, shout out to the one and only Mr. Longshort for the $20 super chat. He says, much love and respect, boys. Much love and respect to you, brother.
What's up,
Appreciate
Ben?
you. Make sure you guys
it
are
really
following
it
him.
really confuses me when you say what's up, Ben, because I almost said, hey, I'm right here. I just said hi.
Hey, I got that House of Stein sticker, dude. That's pretty dope logo, man.
Did I send you one?
Yeah, man. You sent me 2 of them. Were you only supposed to send me one?
Well, they're gonna starting or because Stein Pack 7 is gonna go on sale on Sunday, so everybody's gonna get one that orders one. So
We need to, Brian, if we have time to show, we need to read the comments from last week, like you usually do, because there's somebody on there who has been hitting me up and hitting us up on YouTube for Stein Pack. So I want to give them some directions on how to buy one.
All right, we'll do that before the end of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we like to read comments from the last week's episode before the end of every show. So if you guys stick around after the number one book, usually people drop off after the number one book, but if you stick around, there are some goodies on the other side. So make sure you guys check it out. That being said, I think we need to get started. Let's do it with Buy the Dip. Oh, buddy. Starting off, here we go. Why isn't my chat working? Let's get the chat working. What's going on here? Let's figure this out, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off with a very interesting Batman Gotham Legends. Is that what this is?
Urban Legends.
Urban Legends. Yeah. Yeah. What's going on with that?
Yeah. So you remember this was our what's the Robin's name? I can't even think of his name.
Tim Drake.
Gosh, man, like it just completely left my mind.
Yeah. Shout out to Ronnie.
Yeah. So
so
this was
$9.99 super chat. He says, "Love you guys."
Oh, yes, Ronnie. Thank you very much. Yeah. So this was the I don't
coming out of the closet.
Whatever it was. I don't really know what to say.
Coming out of the comic.
Yeah. Remember, and it was, everybody was buying it. It went to a second print. These were selling for like 30, 35 raw. Everybody was sold out of them. Well, I guess that fad is long gone because this week a CGC 9.8 of this sold for $20. So anybody who spent $30 or dollars raw for this, sorry, but
you lose.
If you want it, if you still want it, now is the time definitely to buy it.
Yeah. Well, everything is much better, or it feels so much better when you buy them so cheap. So if you want to get yourself a book for less than the cost of grading, did you say 9.8s were selling for that?
Yeah, 9.8 sold for $20.
Jesus. Why would you do? I feel like that. Do you think that either it's just a seller that just doesn't care, they just have so much product, or you just think it's a seller that doesn't know to start it on a buy it now with a book like that, or?
Who knows? I mean, obviously this is just and this is my personal opinion. When you get into, whether you think it's controversial or don't think it's controversial, it was pretty controversial when it came out. If it's not something that's low printed, that will die out over time. Nobody's going to care 6 months later, and obviously they don't. Nobody cares. Nobody wants it. Nobody's looking for it. They were looking for it at the time because it was controversial. Now it's not, and so nobody cares. So I'm just saying, be careful where you're investing your money. If you're investing in something that is either made up controversial or is actually controversial, think of all the books here within the last just several years that were, supposed to be so controversial, and you end up finding them in the dollar bins.
Right. I don't know if the CGC label says it. You also get a pretty decent first appearance of a new character, just Juliet, I think her name is Juliet. She's the leader of Trust, and it was later to be revealed that she was Libra. But a lot of people like this character.
I mean, think of like that X-Men Gold. What was that #1 where the artist put something like real demeaning to
I remember that
the editor or something like that, and then they recalled it, and everybody was looking for that book, and it was selling for, and like, seriously, does anybody even remember anything about that?
The only thing I remember now, because you brought it up, of course, but
right.
But I mean, or if I saw the cover, but I mean, had something to do with the Muslim religion
or Jewish. Like I think Jewish,
or it was against Jewish.
It was Delhi,
But the creator who wrote it was Muslim.
Yeah, something like
Salad
that.
Ahmed.
Yeah.
So
it was weird. It was it was a mistake he shouldn't have made, and he paid for it, right? They kicked him off the book or something like that.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's a bad investment. It's bad that's definitely not where you want to spend your money.
No.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I like error books. I love error books, especially if it's like a key issue and so on. But that makes a good point.
Yeah, shout out to Mrs. Horsecock Express with the $9.99 super sticker.
Thank you, Horsecock.
Thank you, Mrs. Horsecock.
What's the difference between a super sticker and a super chat?
A super chat, they can write something. A super sticker is like a little sticker they put. You can only see it on the YouTube chat. I tried to put the YouTube chat up there just now so people can see it, but for some reason it's not showing up. But it's showing up in my YouTube chat if you're on YouTube. So
Is it like a cool sticker of a
It's like a-
horse?
it's like a guy doing this and growing really
Oh.
big. Leveling
Good
up.
thing it's not a horse cock.
Yeah. And then Chad Cave just dropped another super chat with a $20 super chat that says, "You guys are pretty dope." Yes. Yes, we are. Thank you, brother.
Thanks,
so
Chad.
are you. So are you. We appreciate you, brother. Let's move on to the next one. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Number 1, the variant, is on Buy the Dip. No,
Yeah,
not
second
that's
print.
on. Let's go back. Hold on.
What?
Boom. All right, now we're there.
I love this book.
Yeah, this is a good
The
one.
second print? Yeah. So, man. Oof. This one peaked. 9/8 of this peaked last year at 650. Pretty hard to get. Peaked at 650. This thing sold this week. CGC 9/8 sold for 250.
Wow.
Which I think is the lowest it's been. I don't know, in several years. I didn't watch one episode of Moon Girl. Did any of you guys?
No. Shout out to
No.
Ronnie for the 1999 super chat saying, "Bring on the Stein packs." Don't worry, you guys. Stick around to the end for more information on those Stein packs.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one of those books that I still think is a decent buy if you can find it. I don't know if I'm going to pay $250 for a 9/8 of this, though. I mean, what do you guys think?
I mean, if I had the money, I definitely would.
Yeah.
Definitely. But if I had the money, but I mean, if I had $300 and I was, I might wait a little bit longer. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's a good eye by Ben. I surprised I didn't catch this one. Nice one.
Those second prints are the ones in blue. They're very hard to get. Very.
Yeah, I love
Like you
seeing
take
that
the
blue.
Miles Morales, the all new .1, Marvel .1, the Kamala Khan. I mean, low print, just not many on the census. So I'm just hanging on to mine. I mean, I wouldn't give mine away for $250.
I mean, it was already like on the lower end of the pendulum for a number one new character, right? I mean, I'm not expecting it to be like low print run, but I don't really see these around. Like, I mean, only online. I don't ever see them. I don't ever see them in. I mean, I'm sure Mercenaut sees them all the time, but in dollar boxes and stuff like that, I maybe see them on the wall. The other one and shout out to Mel.
Yeah.
My boy, our boy, Mighty Mel V, he'll attest to this. The other one of the other variant of this issue, besides the second print that's tough, is that damn hip hop variant. That thing has these white freaking streaks on the front that go down and one to go across. Depending on how what batch you got, that's how bad they are. And the back has massive color up. If you can get a 9/8 in that thing, man, good for you.
Yeah, that's interesting to talk about. In the chat, people are talking about how they need to do live action with her in order for this book to matter
100.
again. Yeah.
100.
Yep. So
It's a
moving
good
on.
thing they didn't throw her in Secret Invasion.
Right?
You know?
Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man
Man, I
number
don't-
361 is on Buy the Dip.
Yeah. Okay. So, caveat. This is really weird. Carnage has always been my favorite Spider-Man character. Always, like since like way since this book came out, and I have never actually owned this book.
What?
Never. I've never owned it, even though every other person on the planet has probably owned this book. I've never owned this book.
I've owned at least 10, maybe 15 copies, pressed them, flipped them. And you know what's funny about this book? A lot of you guys that have owned this book or multiple copies can attest. They have these bottom clippings. There's like two or three bottom clippings on the bottom of the book, and depending on what batch you get with these is how big the clippings are. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, Hood's face is blue for some reason right now. He's got some type of shadow on his face that's coming up.
It's a great. Would you call this iconic, Ben? This cover?
I think so.
I think so too.
Shout out to Degenerate DNA for the $5 super chat. Asking if Hood's why is Hood's face blue? It's because he's got a hat on, a red hat.
Is he going to start singing "Dabba Dee Dabba Doo"?
Yeah.
What? My face?
Yeah.
Face is blue.
Hold on.
Now it's not.
Now it's pink.
Now it's. There you go.
But yeah. So ASM 361. Amazing. Well, I don't know if it's amazing. I mean, there's like a billion. This is like, I mean, there's so many copies of this. But this is all the way down now. CGC 9.8s are down to $300, and a CBCS 9.8 of this sold for $275 this week. So I think it's probably I may buy one because I think this might be the floor. It's definitely the lowest price in a long time. But yeah.
Well, real quick, I do want to shout out Bill Campbell, who says, "Good day from Australia, where it's a mission to find older books. So jealous of your market over there." Well, you need to be on the lookout for some of those Australian price varies. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You might have the books that we're all looking for, my friend.
Trade.
And also a big shout out to the one and only Chloe's Comic Swag, who has, along with Kreider, aka Brains, and Mr. Longshort, have the best IG channels for comics on IG. So
yeah, I'm a little jealous of Bill though, because he's down in Australia where the Women's World Cup is going on right now. So
yes, yes, and I think you know what? I think our friend, another friend named Bill, has a daughter playing in that World Cup for the Philippines. Are they playing
really?
it?
Right?
Yeah.
Bill Flanagan?
Yeah, Bill Flanagan.
Wow.
Yeah, his daughter. She's like 18 or 19 years old, and she starts on that team. She's in the video game. How cool is that? So shout out to Bill and his amazingly talented daughter.
Man, that's cool.
I'll remember her name in a second here. But anyways, yeah, back to Spider-Man 361.
Just a lot of them.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason that it. I mean, but it sells. It's super liquid too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those books that always sells, but it's just not selling for very much right now. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to another Buy the Dip with Black Panther. Issue number 3 is pretty. It's on the dip for sure at $50 for a CGC 9.8.
yeah, $50. Now, obviously, this is the A cover. I still think this is the better cover compared to the 1 in 25. I'm pretty much always going to side with Ross on most of on these covers. But if you didn't get in on the early Tosin bandwagon, yeah, $50 for CGC 9.8s, as low as $50. Now, you may not be able to get it for 50, but it's possible you could. So you just have to be this one. This is again. There's a lot of copies out there, and so some of them do sneak through, and you just have to. Some of these you have to be watching, but yeah, $50. Hey, well, here's the thing. Remember, Miles, those Ultimate Fallout 4s. Most people, 5 years ago, were picking them up for $10.
Yeah.
I mean, just in stacks. They were just, oh, sure, I'll buy 20 of them. You go, oh, cool, you give me to me for $8 a piece. I'll buy 20 of them.
Yeah.
So,
It's early.
It's
early.
Yeah, it is early.
And this is pretty cool. Ronnie says he saw Messi score his first goal in Miami last week. Well, congratulations on that.
Oh crap! Did you get tickets for that?
Yeah.
What is
man.
that? Is that
In
Major League
stoppage
Soccer?
time? Yeah. The one in stoppage time or the one in where he started? Because that one in stoppage time was pretty unreal, man.
So
a good goal.
what do these guys do? These Premier League guys, as soon as they start getting the downward spiral of their careers, they go to the MLS.
Yeah.
and make a ton of money,
Yep.
like a lot more money than any baseball player could ever. Well, other than Shohei, could ever dream
Although,
of.
I mean, this is way off comic talk, but I mean, basically the Saudis they've already bought, Cristiano Ronaldo, and they're trying to buy Mbappe too. So, I mean, they already bought the PGA Tour. I mean, they've got cash coming out of their ears, and I would predict in 10 years that most of our sports are owned by that Saudi group. There's too much money.
So this is pretty cool. Real quick, since we're talking soccer, and we did bring up our buddy Bill Flanagan. Check this out. This is our buddy Bill Flanagan's daughter, Isabella Flanagan. She is a football player, is a forward for the West Virginia Mountaineers, and she also represents the Philippines on the Philippines women's national team. So how cool is that, dude? Pretty damn
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so shout out to Isabella Flanagan and our buddy Bill for that great accomplishment. And he also hit me up asking for, I think, a magazine that he's looking for that she's in, and maybe her card. I think she's got a card coming out. So if anybody can help him on that, let me know. So pretty damn cool stuff. All right. Moving on to the next.
My packs will not be outsourced to the Saudis, I promise.
Next on By the Dip, one of my favorite all-time books, Monstrous #1.
Oh man, this
love
one
the series.
hurts. Yeah, this one hurts a little bit. This one has, I mean, over the years, this one's been very, very.
It's been steady.
Gosh, man, it's been steady. I mean, for a long, long time. But this week, a CGC 9.8 sold for $100.
Oh my god, dude!
Yeah. There was, in the last 4 years, there's been one sale less than $100 in the last 4 years. So this is basically the lowest price since 2019 on this book. $100 for CGC 9.8.
I sold mine a long time ago, man, and I sold it for like $300.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It took me forever to find a copy that I could actually grade and get a 9.8 on, and then I put in a Stein pack or whatever. This was, I don't know if it was the last one or two Stein packs ago, something like that. I didn't ever think it would, because it was so steady. I never thought it would get down. But the art is beautiful on this.
Yeah.
The art is so good.
With all the artists being on, actors and everything like that, it's like any speculation on, what's up, Thorough? Any speculation on any shows being optioned, all that's like hit the shitter, dude. Like,
Yeah, it went through the optioning hell. It did get optioned, if I remember correctly. It just never got out of option hell. And the series is still going on. It's like at issue like 40 or something right now, right? Which is awesome.
It's taken a long time to get there, though.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, it's same. What I love about this book is kind of reminds me of like Saga, but with two female creators, right? The same two creators, Marjorie Liu and Sana Takada, throughout the whole series, if I remember correctly. I don't think that they've ever not. So it's there's very few creators that have done that. I know Bendis and Bagley, and then they did it for two. I think they did it for who did it with Bendis on Daredevil? Is that Bagley on Daredevil? No, that was Maleev? Alex Maleev, I think, on Daredevil. Anyways, Bendis and Bagley did Ultimate Spider-Man forever. It would be cool to see, what the records are for two creators, their longest amount of, concurrent issues. So, anyways, great By the Dip this week. Make sure you guys hit up Richie's channel. You can find the link below. He's killing it over there. Still putting out great content, even though he's been hustling his butt off in his personal life. So killing it still, brother. And you guys can find great card content over there too. So make sure you guys go check it out.
Hey, and if you are not, you are totally missing out. And Richie is going to be giving away a Stein pack on his channel. So
What?
What?
So whatever,
really?
So whatever he wants to do with it, he is going to do it. Whatever. So you make sure that you follow him, or you're not going to have a chance at that free one.
Yeah, I was thinking about, I was gonna break it like Ben does, like with cards, but instead of seeing my hands, you would see me, and I would break it in the nude.
George Bush rookie card.
I got a bush like a 45-year-old Serbian. Let's go. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so we'll figure something out. We did crack that 700 subscriber threshold. We will be giving away that Rocketeer 0, 1, and 25. I just got to figure out the timing. So if it's not going to be Brian's show tomorrow night, or we'll figure it out. It'll be next Friday probably on this show.
Good shit. Good shit. So, all right, let's continue on, you guys, with the Almost 10. Starting off with one of my favorite all-time covers right here. The Raza Black Panther 1 in 25 second print for issue number 1 is absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, bonkers, crazy, and everybody needs to try and find one.
Man, Raza is so good. Raza is so good, right?
It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. This is probably in his top 3 best pieces, in my opinion. And it's only good. It's half the cover.
Right. Which I think is what makes it look so cool. Like, just, I don't know, but this just the second, this second print just came out this week. This 1 in 25. Didn't make the list because the prices were all over the place. There were some that had sold for right at ratio for $25. There were others that sold as high as $100. So all over the place. But I thought for sure we should at least highlight it in the Almost 10, just because it's, it is very cool. But
it's second print, 1 in 25 for number 1, right? Yeah, this is the one that I can't remember if it was Brian's show or what have you. We were looking at the solicits, and I was like, man, I think it was Brian's show, and he was like, wow, that's a good Raza. And I go, yeah, but Besa, the character that everybody was specking on, is not on it, which I'm kind of bummed out on. But I mean, I guess this is a really good constellation, because Raza to me is kind of like how I feel about Alex Ross. He's like the modern age artist, the iconic modern age artist.
Yeah. So. That's a great way to put it. I think that this is very Ross-esque. Even though I don't look at most of Raza's stuff that way, this feels very Ross-esque. Like, it's got that JSA, when he did all those JSA covers, it's kind of got that feel to it.
Oh yeah, good call on that. Yeah, totally feel that.
Yeah, man, that's beautiful. That is gorgeous.
Shout out to Jeremy Weymouth Sr. He was one of the gentlemen I was speaking of. He definitely wants to buy or he at least wants to know about the Stein pack. So make sure you stay tuned after the show. We'll get to
all right, brother. Yeah, man, this is gorgeous. What are these selling on the secondary already?
Yeah, just came out this week. 25, like I said, 25 to 100. So all over the place. Wow. Have no idea what the actual value is right now. Probably have a better deal, or probably better idea within the next couple weeks, I would say.
Yeah.
Can't imagine there's that many out there, right? I mean, was there a lot of listings, Ben? Did you say, or?
No, not a huge amount.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely be picking one of these up in the future. All right, moving on. Next on the Almost 10, Red Robin number 25, the penultimate issue of the 2011 run, which means second to last. But interesting book for the Almost 10, considering how much this is selling for raw.
Brian's using the big words, man,
you like that?
and then going all dictionary for us and
The big
maybe,
brain on Bryan, man.
maybe I don't know. Maybe Richie or Red Hood can tell me. Is there something specific that happens in this issue that's of any importance at all?
It's not that I couldn't find anything.
there's a couple first appearances. So you have Promise. You guys know Promise is his final appearance, and then you have the first appearance of Cricket, which is like a 2 and done. So it's more of like, I believe this is more of like a milestone issue. But a lot of people that looking at Promise his final appearance, a lot of people like that character. Not really a big character, but a lot of DC nuts. There's not that many out there. So, but nothing big here. Nothing big.
And I don't know about you guys, but every time I see that, I just want to go, yum. I don't know why, but
Is this the first appearance of Red Robin's cock?
Oh gosh. Mind blowing.
Shout out to Jeremy for the $5 super chat. Just in time.
You know, like the Batman Damned. You know, it's
Yeah.
just like, why is this book here? Well, because his cock was hanging out.
Batwang.
well, okay. So this is probably going to blow you guys away how much this book is
Blowing the
for.
Batwang.
He said, blow away.
Blow the Batwang. Catwoman, where are you when we need you? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh, I can't
All
take
right.
you guys anywhere.
I'm sorry.
Brian's gonna start pulling me off the screen again.
Sorry.
Had to hit the mute button on y'all.
Sorry, guys.
$40 for this book, raw.
$40.
What? What's going on here?
I don't know. $40.
How much did this sell for again, Ben?
Shout out to Yeezy Yee. He was tearing that up last week. The iconic McClay line for each book.
Yeah, this is an interesting
yeah.
one. And I thought it was because it was its last issue, and then I looked it up and saw there was one more after this. But
Yeah, that's a good thought.
it's very
And
interesting.
Robin clearly did not miss Core Day because he's got like a 16 pack. He's got like a, my gosh, how many muscles can you get there? I don't know, but I don't know. I was hoping you guys would know because I really have no
the
clue.
Red Robin shtick was always dumb to me. It was always so cheesy. I don't know why people like that Red Robin thing. It was just dumb. No, they didn't want him. Yeah. Oh my God!
Love
Moving
that
on.
place.
On to the next one. This is an interesting one. Roger Wilco, issue number 3 from Malibu Comics in 1992. This is a series based off an early PC video game. So I thought that was kind of.
Oh, is that what? Oh, I didn't know that's what that was.
Space Commander or something, or Space something.
Black and white interior pages to let you know.
Yeah. Yeah, this is.
Man,
I love these old.
Richie's got
school-
all the info.
I love these old school. It says Malibu, but it has the Adventure Comics thing up there. Maybe it was an imprint of Malibu. And if you remember, some of these Adventure comic books that have that logo have the Spawn advertisement in it. So I wonder if this has the Spawn advertisement in it, because this thing sells for a ridiculous amount of money.
Wait, you're saying this was a video game adaptation from the comic for the computer?
Yeah.
Or like ColecoVision kind of.
Roger Wilco. Let me look it up while Stein talks about the sale on this, because it was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was just 3 issues, right?
Space Quest.
think
That's what
this-
it's called. Space
I only
Quest
have
is the
3
name of the
issues.
game.
Yeah, Space
Yeah,
Quest.
so this was the last issue. Number 2 in VG sold for $60 this week. And this number 3 in VF sold for $100. I would probably just pass this book up, right? Thinking it was like some, I don't know, some local artist or something.
But look how badass
Did
that
it.
background is, though, dude. I would buy that in a second because of that background.
For $100?
No, not for 100, but in a box. You know what I mean? If I'm going through like a bin.
Well, yeah, I guess. I
Yeah,
guess.
for sure.
You know, there's some cool books you can find for $1, as you'll see later on in the show. But 100 for
What-
VF is very interesting. It feels like there's something about this that maybe we're not knowing.
Right. Good call. Yeah. And who's the publisher? Adventure Comics? Is that like a
Which is,
subsidiary of somebody?
it says, if you look it up, it says Malibu, but I think Adventure might be like a imprint of Malibu, or like they just, because a lot of those early Adventure books have, like I said, the Spawn advertisement in it.
Yeah.
So Rust is one of them. There's like a couple other, a Raccoon book, I think, something like that. And Lord of Brooklyn says it's a famous Funnies for Zeta tribute too cover. So that's interesting. That's very cool. Let's take a look. What is it? Famous Funnies for Zeta?
Those are like 209, 210, something. It's like it's right at the end of the Famous Funnies run.
209. Let's take a look. All right, Famous Funnies.
Is the Malibu, is that the same one that did the Malibu Spawn or whatever, the preview mag or
Yeah.
whatever?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
No, the Malibu Barbie.
Cool.
All right, here we go. Let me bring up the Famous Funnies stuff.
Here we go.
Which one do we think it is?
Oh, something spacey, cosmic, right?
Well, I mean, those all should be because those are all Buck Rogers, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know which one that one looks like.
Yeah, I don't see it. That'd be cool if it is, though. Be a lot cooler if it was.
Don't be lying to us, Lords of Brooklyn. Look like nothing like those.
No. Be on the lookout for this. Is there only 3 of them? Was there more than number 3? Did you see that at all? To go higher than number 3, issue 3?
No, I think it's just 3 issues.
Okay,
I think
It is. It's 3 issues here, miniseries. You're right.
interesting. Well, be on the lookout. That's for sure. Next on the Almost 10. Oh, man. This is why I love Stein and the Almost 10. For books like this. This is a Marvel book with a mature content.
bro, I've never
On it.
seen this. Have you ever seen this?
Never, not once. And this is the variant. I've never seen the regular Sky Doll spaceship books. And there's 2 or 3 of them, I think. And Soleil does covers on 1 and 2. He does the variant for number 1 and the regular for number 2, which is great too.
Tim Buck says Red Hood has 4 of these in it right behind himself.
Dude, no, I don't. Mama!
Yeah, this is a killer find right here.
I have never seen this book. Had no idea that it was Marvel. Yeah, it's so strange. This is Sky Doll Spaceship Collection number 1, and it, as you can see, it says right there, it's a variant. I knew nothing about this book. I don't even know what the context of this story is.
Exceptional beings exist who possess the ability to take on any identity. Among them is Noah, the most famous last generation synthetic doll. Sky Doll Spaceship lifts the veil on some of her often very extravagant past experiences, which include call girl in the middle of the desert, sexy comic book heroine, a limo driver, and finally the normal, ironic, funny, sometimes melancholic life of a doll on planet Papathea. Discover through new exciting tales of Sky Doll by Canepa and Barbucci, featuring art by European superstars, so on and so forth. I'm looking at issue 2, and this retailer has it, and it's a pretty weird but cool cover, and it looks like a two issue miniseries, and they're selling them for just around $20. So I don't expect there's that many out there. I never seen it.
Yeah, well, so this variant sold for 30 this week. I only put it on there because I've never even seen this before. There's only been like 2 sales of this book in like the last 3 years. So
I definitely want to. I'm gonna read this 1 and 2 right after we're done here. Hopefully the Marvel.com has this in their database. They probably don't. I'll have to probably do a little more searching. But anytime you can find a sexy comic book heroine who's also a call girl in the desert, that's my cup of tea.
Yeah. Okay.
And Marvel to boot.
Yeah.
That seems interesting to me.
Very.
Yeah, this one does not look like a Marvel book at all, or how that possibly even got past. Like, I mean, think of what they have like rejected just from people that we know who've tried to like submit like exclusives to, and they're like, nope, that's not going to happen.
Man, great book though to show on the Almost 10. That's for sure. All right, let's move on to the next one. Star Wars: Return of the Jedi: The Rebellion. The issue number 1, the Ryan Brown 1 and 100 Virgin variant. And he said what we're all thinking.
Sounded just like him.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah.
Admiral Akbar.
Now I completely lost my train of thought.
Hey, bro, hey, every time I see Admiral Akbar, I remember like the fucking year and a half that it took to send me that
Figure.
that creature with the white suit with his head looking like a piece of shit.
I always thought it looked like a shrimp. I always thought he was a shrimp. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 1 in 100 selling for 150. If you can find it.
He looks all emotional. It's a fucking trap. Fuck.
We're fucked. Yeah. That's an interesting 150 for it for a 1 in 100. It's nice. It's doing decent. Those Ryan Brown Star Wars books sell.
Star Destroyer coming right after us. Fucking get the fucking over the fucking ship.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Anyway.
Moving on. How about a photo variant that you all have never, ever seen before, probably? Angel Illyria, number 1, the Angel Spotlight Illyria, number 1, the photo variant. The old school IDW.
Yeah. Man, I need to contact the people at IDW and tell them to bring that light bulb back.
Yep.
That was like the best. I don't know anything about the Angel series, never watched it. I only know this actress because she was in a show I used to watch. What was it called? Point of Interest or Person of Interest with Jim Caviezel and the little scrawny dude that was in Lost.
Oh, and that chick with the short blonde hair. She was the detective also.
Maybe. But this girl was in that series. I don't know who the actress is, but yeah. So this one really surprised me because I thought when I saw it, I was like, oh, that must be a signature series that sold for that much.
Amy Acker, is that her name?
Maybe that's her name.
Root.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amy Acker, that's her name. Yeah.
Yeah. So CBCS 9.8 of this sold for 400 this week.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man. Do you think it's because of rarity, or do you think it's because they want autographs on it?
Well, I mean, this one was already graded, so I mean, what are they gonna do? Crack it and sign it and then send it? I mean, it'd be kind of weird, right? But
yeah,
I don't even know if she does signings. Which I don't know. Which, by the way, I didn't put them any on this list this week, but there was some bumps in some of those Wonder Woman 77 books this week. Because Linda Carter is doing a signing with CGC. So if you happen to have any of those Wonder Woman 77s, now would be a good time to sell them unless you're going to spend $350 and get Linda Carter's signature. Just throwing that out.
224 live watching right now. How many likes do we have? We only have 56 likes, you guys.
How come her signature's like so expensive, dude. Like J. Scott Campbell, you can get it for $100.
I don't think Linda Carter has ever done a mass signing before. This might be the only time you actually have a chance to get a Linda Carter signing.
Yeah.
Pass.
Well, those photo variants, man, they sell. They continue to sell. So
This one shocked me though. 400 for that was a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot, especially for an actress that we don't really know who she is really.
Right.
So, all right, moving on to some killer books, you guys. The remaining almost 10 books are so good, and the first ones were great too, but they just get better and better.
Oh, look at that.
Moving on with this one, the regular show. This is the Skips issue number 1 ECC variant. 8-bit variant, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out variant that I've never seen. I can't believe I've never seen this cover.
Yeah, I had never seen it either. Not that I see many ECCC variants, but just because it's about as far away from me as you can get. So they don't really make them to Ohio generally. Yeah, such a cool cover. And the back of this is that big whatever monkey looking thing is knocked out laying on the ground. So but this one blew me away because there had been there's none. I didn't find any for sale right now. There had been 3 other ones for sale that sold for less than $10. But then the last one that was available sold for $150. So I have no idea if somebody who sold the other ones, because it looked like all the other ones that sold were from the same seller. If they just listed them, they were like, "Oh, I got these. I'm just going to sell them for $10 or whatever and be done with them." And then the last person was like, "Oh, that's really rare. You shouldn't have done that. I'm selling it for $150, dummy."
Wow.
But yeah, this is such a cool cover. Like I said, the back cover is him with the big dude is knocked out on the mat. So
yeah, that's a cool cover right there, man. That's a super cool cover. I'm gonna have to find one of those. I like that. Anybody in the chat have this? Let us know. Perfect. Almost 10 book though. Here we go. Moving on. Dead by Daylight, issue number 1, the second print, black and white. Another tough book to find. Tough to find information on, but here it is on the almost 10.
yeah, I think it just came out or it was fairly recent. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really buy these type of books, or especially if they're new. But second print selling for $12. I think it's just a $3.99 cover price, so not bad for the second print.
It says exclusive in-game code inside, man.
What does that mean?
So I'm guessing is it a video game, Brian?
Yeah, Dead by Daylight's a video
Dead by
game.
Daylight. Oh, okay. See, I didn't know that.
I believe it's a video game, right? Chat, let me know if I'm wrong, but it says in-game code. I would think so. So,
Kind of looks like a game too, like the characters.
yeah. All right. How much was this selling for again?
About 12, but apparently it has some kind of code, so I guess you need that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what that code does. Let us know if anybody knows in the comments or in the live chat. Let's move on next to even more killer, almost 10 books. How about Power Pack issue number 1? The Canadian price variant is on the list this week.
Sorry, I'm trying to plug in my fan. It's hot in here. Yeah, Canadian price variant.
I love this book. I've always thought this is a great spec book just because of how powerful Franklin is, right? Doesn't Franklin Richards lead that? And I always felt like that this could be some type of lead in the Power Pack, could be some type of kids show or something, you know?
It feels like it could be a kids show. And wasn't it supposed to be?
I thought so. I thought there was option at one point.
It was in development. I remember right before the pandemic, people were specking on this book, and then all of a sudden, I didn't hear nothing about it after.
Yeah.
Who is the? There's who is the writer on this?
Peter David?
Oh, I think it's multiple writers.
Was it not Peter David?
No.
Brigman is the cover artist and the pencils, I believe. June Brigman.
Paul Diggs Comics says they made a pilot. That's interesting.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, Lucas says
Louise
they should have done Power Pack and not Moon Girl. Yeah.
Louise Simonson.
100.
And
There we go.
yes.
Walter Simonson's wife.
yeah, so the only reason I say that is because I have one copy of this book, and I think I still have it. And I not the Canadian, but I just bought it. I was like, oh, cool. It's like, $3 or something like that. So I bought it, and then I opened it, and she signed it. It's signed by her on the inside, so, which I didn't even know, which is kind of cool. But yeah, this Canadian version of this, oof, sold this week. A CGC 98 sold for 1,000.
Wow.
And the previous high for this Canadian 98 was $372.
$1.25 Canadian price variance on top of that. Those are uber tough to find. Nice.
Wow, Funhouse says he's got the Canadian, the Newsy, and the Direct. Great job, man. Holy cow. That's a great book to have all three of those on. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's good spec, Brian. I think that's a good call on that.
Yeah, I like that book. All right, let's move on. Next. Oh, here we go, you guys. Remember I said it gets good? Oh, it just gets better. We've got the weed books. And I'm in search of Betty and Veronica issue 127. And as you can see, you know why. I got to get my hands on one of these books soon.
So I didn't even know this book was even like a thing, because I usually look at the pictures. I forget that the Betty and Veronica ones, you have to look at the word bubbles.
Yeah.
And that's where you get all the weird stuff. But
The innuendos.
yeah. And this one still, I was like, I don't quite get it, because the flower that she's holding does not look anything like weed. But then
like ganja, yeah.
But yeah, so CGC 9.6 of this sold this week for $350.
Wow.
For 9.6 direct. Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
How much?
$350 for it. $350 for a 9.6.
Wow. I just need a raw. Me with a raw. Yeah. Yes. Well, you are correct, Lord of Brooklyn. And I got to bring the heat, because we put this one up here. I found a book at San Diego that I had never seen and never known about before. And it's another weed book. How about Disney's The Little Mermaid, issue number 7? You guys ever seen this book?
No.
Weed worries, and they're stuck in a whole thing of kelp.
And that fish in the bottom right hand corner.
They're all stoned. They're all ripped. I need to send this to Astro Wizard and have him make each character super stoned. Have a couple little marijuana plants growing out of that kelp. Give one of the fishes a bong.
Bro, to be invisible in the room after this book comes out, it's like, get the fuck out of here, you're fired, you know what you did, you made that a weed book. I did, boss. Hey, they told me to put the mermaid in some kelp. What do you want? No, it's marijuana.
Yeah, dude. So I found this going through boxes at the con, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you joking me? So pretty cool stuff. 2 cannabis books on the almost 10 this week. You can't beat it. So,
Unreal, man.
moving on for the final book on the Almost 10 this week. Invincible Returns, issue number 1, the Darwin Cook 1 in 10. Great cover. There's a first appearance in here of that alien. What's that alien's name? Slag or Stag or... I can't remember the alien's name. I'm spacing on that alien's name. But great Darwin Cook cover, man. Holy cow.
Oh, gosh. Darwin Cook. Man.
I got
Somebody
something
was,
cool to tell you, Stein. I went and me and Sean stopped by Dan Parent's booth at San Diego and chatted with him for a bit. And he had the hardcovers of the what's the book that he had Darwin Cook do the variant on? What that book that you got a 9.8 of?
Die Kitty Die?
Yeah, Die Kitty Die. And so I asked him, I go, what was it like working with Darwin Cook? And he's like, dude, it was amazing. It was the last project that he worked on. And Dan Parent just talked about how great Darwin Cook was and what a cool guy he was and how it was like one of the best things he ever done in his career and how, you know, he was such a fan of Darwin Cook and how, it was sad that was the last thing he worked on, but pretty amazing that cover is such an iconic variant also. But it was pretty cool, man. Rest in peace to Darwin Cook.
Yeah, that is cool. I don't remember this. Well, Invincible came out when I was not collecting. I came back to comics after Invincible started. So I've never seen this book. Have you guys ever seen this?
No. I haven't. Invincible Returns.
It's just a 1 in 10. I mean, it's not like it's some crazy but yeah, 1 in 10. This thing sold raw this week for 300.
God.
Wow.
Yeah.
First appearance of Thrag is the character.
No,
And
those Invincible books are going to start creeping up again, dude.
Well, this has some great covers. It's got a Finch 1 in 50, which is the black and white of the second print. It's got a David Finch second print, and it's got an Eric Larson 1 in 25 also.
Mhm.
So, some great variants available for this book. Be on the lookout.
Did you guys see Adam and Eve?
I haven't yet. I've heard great things. I've heard it was really good though.
Aaron Yee told me to watch it, and man, it's really good. It's
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Almost 10. 228 live watching right now. We're getting ready to hit the big part of the show, the actual list. Thank you for everybody hanging out. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. That really helps us out in the algorithm. Also, if you're catching this on the replay, please leave a comment below. Tell us what you think of the show. We read all the comments the following week from what people write in there. So leave a comment and check out all the links in the descriptions. If you guys want to check out all of our other stuff, you can find my channel Beyond Wednesdays. You can find Richie's channel, Spec Media, and of course, Red Hood's channel. You can find that also where he talks about pressing and doing some cool shit over there every once in a while. So make sure you hit that up. And all of our other friends' stuff. You can find all the links below.
Or just run outside and start yelling "Mama," and he'll
show
hear
up.
you.
Yeah. So, yeah. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hot 10 list. Starting off with our honorable mention, Golden Age honorable mention this week, Dynamic Comics, one of the all-time greatest series, number 8. Dynamic Comics has 2 of the greatest pre-code horror covers of all time. This one, and I think, is it the one following this where he's putting them all in the chemistry beakers? But
I think is it number 11?
11.
11.
Yeah. So, and wasn't Chesler Dynamic the ones that did Punch too, right?
It's sure the Dynamic looks just the logo looks just like Punch.
Yeah. So, but this book's just crazy money, I imagine.
Yeah. This one, I honestly, and this is just me. The floating heads is odd. Like, I don't understand the floating heads.
Just different characters in the book, probably.
Um,
The brain
but they
is
do
crazy.
yeah, the brain, having a brain of
Exposed, yeah.
decapitated person, scalped person right there on the cover. But so there was a CGC 1.5 restored. Now, first of all, how do you get a restored on a 1.5? That's hard to do. But 1.5 restored sold for $4,800 this week, which is higher than any other grade that this book's ever sold in, at least on GPA's records. That's the highest sale ever for this book, and it was a 1.5 restored.
Airboy, I can just oof. Yeah.
Oof.
That hurts.
Yeah, that's probably a 10K book now.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Wow.
I got no words for that one.
Everybody have a moment of silence for
For Airboy.
Late Night says one of my grails trying to collect floating heads. That's a good niche comic collecting thing. Floating heads. We'll have to add that to the Discord.
Oh, all the Todd Knock covers.
Yeah.
please, Todd Knock, don't do this.
No.
Please. For the love of God, please. No. No more heads, bro.
Oh man. That's a great book though. Great stuff. Moving on to our next regular honorable mention this week. How about a Red Room book showing up? Eddie P's Red Room, him and Jim Rugg. This is the Jim Rugg variant for Red Room. Number 3, is it? Is it Red Room? Yeah, Red Room Crypto Killers number 3, the Rugg variant.
That's a Hellboy homage, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, this is definitely Hellboy. And maybe that's the appeal to it.
Yeah, big time.
I'm guessing. But 1 in 10. This just came out. It's selling for 20. So not terrible for 1 in 10 for Red Room, but I would think that there's probably not very many of these out there.
Yeah.
I would say if you could get this, I mean, if your store is like one that would sell like 1 in 10s for like $6 or something like that, I would probably pick this up for $6.
Yeah, for sure. Good book. Great cover. Hellboy fans are ravenous, and the Red Room fans are ravenous right now. Jim Rugg and Eddie P have a great YouTube channel called Cartoonist Kayfabe, which is absolutely amazing. One of the best comic book YouTube channels. One of the best YouTube channels, period. Make sure you guys check it out.
Is this hyper violent book?
Yes. Yep. It's old school. It's got the old school independent Robert Crumb feel, but hyper violent. It's got, it's all like Daniel Close type 8-ball feel, you know what I mean, with the art and the stories, but it's very, very violent. Yeah. So good shit. All right. Moving on to number 10 this week. How about an old Spawn book? Issue number 275, The Return of Sam and Twitch in this issue, but I remember buying this issue just for this cover. Look how great that cover is. And it's got some great variant covers too.
Yeah, Richie would probably know more about first appearance. Is there a first appearance in this?
No, this is the end of the Cyan arc.
Well, it's the first time that she refers herself to Misery.
Yeah.
First appearance of the Curse, Cult-Light Leader, Vagrants with Cybernetic Arms. That was in the Spawn 27, and then you go down to 275, which it basically says it's not like a first appearance. It's, what do you call those? Like the first mentions. First time Simon Fitzgerald refers to herself as Misery, and then those two characters down the line meet up again.
Very cool. It's got a great black and white cover of this, and it's also got a con variant, a rare con variant.
Who reads Spawn books? I want an honest answer in the chat. And
I
if you
quit
watch the
reading
replay.
Spawn a while ago. Even though I tried to get back into it when they were doing the Cyan arc, I started reading this arc. I just couldn't do it. I've been out for so long.
I read Spawn back in the early 90s. Does that count? Like maybe through issue 12 or 13.
Okay.
But after that,
that's not
that's about as far as I got. Yeah, so this one was like 15 to 20. Now it's 25 to 30. I'm guessing that there must there must be either something to do with this misery. Is there something to do with this misery person?
Yeah,
Probably.
it says the first mention, first reference is in the guts.
Okay.
So
Okay.
number 10 this week. It's selling for what? 20, 40? What is it selling for? 40?
25 to 30.
Nice.
For this.
Nice. Nova J says, I've gotten every Spawn book since 1997. That's pretty cool.
Wow. Shout out. Nice.
Yeah.
Nova.
Oof.
Yeah. Daniel
lot.
says, I read all my books. Reader first, collector second. Congrats on that, too. That's tough. There's so many people I know that are just so far behind on their reading books that, like, you just quit reading at some point.
Oh
So-
gosh, and if you want to even start to try and read, like there's some things that I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to start reading this, and then I get through like 6 or 7 pages, and I'm like, man, I don't have time for this. I got I got to go do something else. I can't do this.
Yeah.
I just don't have
Right,
time.
you start reading the book here, man. Fuck this shit.
Well, no, I totally get you. I felt that way about playing video games. Like I was like, dude, if I'm gonna sit here and learn how to beat a video game, I'm gonna have to spend at least a couple hours a day. Where is this getting me? It's not getting me anywhere what I do in my daily life. But what do I do in my daily life? I'm on this show. I'm on Brian's show, my channel. So I'd rather read comic books because that way it gives me some smoke for you guys when you see me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Matthew McConaughey, people have that app where he like talks to you and so you can sleep and shit like that. Like he's got the perfect voice to read a comic book to you.
100.
You know what I mean? Like there's big money in that. So if they get an AI generated Matthew McConaughey to read all these books to you, I mean, you could like fall asleep listening to these
Hey,
comics.
Joe, do you want me to read to you?
Yeah.
I'll get right in the mic and start going.
ASMR. Yeah. Joe, do you want to watch this? What do you think of this Spawn book? Is it amazing?
What is that?
Yeah, I'll get some fingernails or something.
Yeah,
I'll
saw that on TikTok. I don't know what the fuck that is, dude. They're all...
Hey, and this has nothing to do with comics or anything. What is the deal with these people going? Martians, yay,
NPCs.
Ooh. What is that?
They're acting like computer NPCs, like in the video games that have like that. If you walk up to them and you do something,
Are you serious?
That's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, it's so dumb, bro.
Gosh.
It's so dumb.
Is going? Oh my gosh! I'm gonna have to buy an island because when I'm old, nobody's gonna be there to take care of me.
No, you just need to lean in, bro, and do it. You might get rich doing it.
Shout out to Lucas. He reads too. He reads his books.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But all right, moving on to number 9. Saw Rebirth, issue number 1 from 2005, showing up on the list many, many moons later. Origin of Jigsaw right here. This came out during episode 2, or during number 2, the sequel. So
have they ever done another Saw comic book?
No, and this was hard to find. I don't think we have a couple books tonight that weren't on cover price. So I'll have Matt take a look, and I hit him up about a couple. I don't think this was on cover price. There was many books on tonight's show that were not on cover price. So good job. But this is interesting to see this at number 9. Why?
Key collector tomorrow.
Yeah, are they doing something for Saw again? For Jigsaw, maybe?
There is a new Saw. I don't know if it's coming out. Is it coming out this year? A new Saw 10, I think.
Okay.
Really?
Or
They got 10
Saw
of them?
X. Saw X.
They just had the spinoff a few years ago with Chris Rock. What was that one called?
With Chris Rock.
Yeah, Chris Rock was the lead investigator. It was a spinoff from from Saw. Jigsaw like killed his dad or something like that, and he became a cop. Yeah, it came out like 2021, I believe.
Damn.
Interesting.
I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, so I guess people are, I don't know, somebody's buying it because this was like a $15 to $20 book, which one I've never seen this book. Again, old school IDW. Love it.
Spiral.
15 to
It's called Spiral. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. Now it's 25 to 40, so it's pretty much doubled in price this week.
Is this a one shot, Ben?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it is. Well, it could be wrong though, because I had a hard time finding any. I had to go to a fandom site to find more information on it.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right, Brian. Because it says number 1 of 1 on my
Yep, one shot.
So, yeah.
Yep. It is in color though, so I mean,
it's a
but I
great
mean, it was
cover.
IDW.
Old school IDW Lionsgate Entertainment book. So very cool.
There are 798s on the census. 6 signature series.
How much does it sell for raw?
This one is selling for 25 to 40. I wonder who the signature series of this would be.
Maybe the guy that played Jigsaw. I never watched any of the Saw movies. I couldn't. I'm not into that shit.
None of them?
Yeah, not a
Nope.
single one.
Nope.
No, thank
Oh,
you.
man.
Yeah.
I'm
Man,
down.
that first one was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the first one was so good.
I'd be totally fine if they didn't make another one or a
Yeah.
spinoff.
I'm out. Yep. No, thank you.
You know, there's some crazy serial killers. Like, man, I can't wait to Saw 10.
Yeah.
I mean, contraptions that are hooked to somebody's jaw, and they look like they have one of those big giant bear traps on their face, and they have to unlock the key, and it's
Oh,
a
and it's
beautiful
all-
woman ready to get her face. I mean, it's just not.
Oh, and everything is so industrial.
Yeah.
Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's so industrial looking.
Well, what was that one movie that shit, Jamie, the dude that just recovered from the stroke,
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie
Foxx?
Foxx was the lead DA, and the perp was the dude in 300.
Oh, that's
Was it called Law Abiding Citizen?
yes,
I mean,
law-abiding citizen.
if you haven't seen that movie, you got to
Great
see that
movie.
movie. Great movie.
fucking movie, man.
But it has a little bit to do with what we were talking about. But yeah, it's pretty cool. He does this. It's kind of like a Saw field, but it's not. This dude's like ex-CIA, and he gets his family murdered. He goes to prison, and he gets payback to the whole justice system, including the person that killed his family. It's crazy. It's pretty cool.
All right. On to number 8 this week. Darth Vader, Black, White, and Red, issue number 4, the Kevin Eastman 1 in 25, which I'll be honest is the worst of the 3 covers. In my opinion, the A cover is the best of the 3 covers. There's a beautiful Torrin Clark cover. And I'm just not a Kevin Eastman fan. There's very few Kevin Eastman books that outside of Ninja Turtles I can take.
Bro, who let him draw this, dude? It's like, hey, Eastman wants to draw Darth Vader. Fucking let him do it. All right.
Yeah, we'll make it a 1 in 25.
Is this like Darth Vader with no skin? Like this is like his all his veins and
I don't know, man. It's weird.
His mask is really bad.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it almost looks
like
he's
Casey
trying to make
Jones.
it like, yeah, good call.
and why is his cape see through?
Yeah.
It's like a clear cape. What is going on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
This guy is not guilty of AI art.
Yeah, I like cover A a lot. I like cover A.
Yeah,
a lot.
cover A is beautiful.
And that's those are gonna be the only artists left, bro.
Yeah,
the
the
ones
bad
that draw
ones.
like shit.
Yeah. Frank
Yeah.
Miller told him to, yeah. Jesus.
That's
Man. Yeah, this is like a $40 to $50 book. I don't know.
Vader
Yeah,
never
Josh
missed a leg
Josh
day.
says he didn't miss leg day. Yeah, his
He doesn't
thighs
have
are
legs. Those are robot legs.
Yeah, that is true. It's robot
Yeah.
legs.
Well, his robot legs are thick.
The Emperor. I want big, thick legs on Vega.
Oh, how much is this selling for?
40 to 50.
Damn.
Yeah.
Daniel says I'm a massive Eastman fan. There's better, but damn, it ain't that bad.
Hey, I will say it looks better on some Turtle books than this Darth
Yes.
Vader book.
I agree. There's very few Eastman covers outside of Turtles that are any good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
But
mean, that's a good point. That's a good point, Brian. Continue,
Teenage
Brian.
Mutant Ninja Vader.
Yeah. Moving on to number 7 this week. Incredible Hulk issue number 2, the Linnell Francis Yu 1 in 25. I love this cover. I love Linnell Francis Yu. This is a great cover. I didn't like it when I first saw it, but then it's really grown on me over the last couple days. So
Yeah, because there's basically he did this whole cover with basically 2 colors.
yep.
And with the new character that everybody's specking on, Charlie, aka Charlene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie,
stuff.
aka Charlene.
Yeah, they call her Charlie in the book, but her real name's Charlene.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
read it. And then
It's not bad. It's good.
it's good. I think it's really good.
Everybody's gonna ask every single cover, is it AI? I don't know.
No AI in this, that's for sure. Linnell Francis Yu doesn't need AI.
Gosh, man, I really hope that the AI stuff really freaks me out.
It's almost like in the 90s. Do you think he's on steroids? Remember when Brady Anderson had 50? And you're all like, nah, man.
Oh, yeah.
He ain't
Yeah,
doing
20 year the year before, 50 that year, and then 20 the year next.
Yeah.
And never hit again. This one is selling for 50. So that one's pretty decent. And it just came out this week. So
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this
The
cover.
last couple days, yeah. I like it. I'm gonna have to probably end up finding one for super cheap when it's on Buy the Dip in a couple months. At number 6 this week, Captain America issue 750, the Quesada San Diego Comic-Con variant, which was only available to people that went to the Marvel Fanfare panel. And I really like the fact that they gave out some really rare books at the panels that we really didn't know too much about. There wasn't a ton of talk about them. So these are probably some of the rarest books to come out of San Diego.
Bro,
these
that's
panel
fucking
books.
sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's an awesome
Yeah.
book.
I used to love Casado like way, way, way back. Like when he did that, when he started his own publishing company, did Ash. Like I loved Casado back then. Then there was, like a time like in the 2000s or whatever, I didn't like him, but this is excellent.
Yeah.
Speaking of on that panel, because since you were at San Diego, because I didn't know anything about these either. None of these books sold until. So was the panel on Saturday? Because none of these.
Yeah, the panel.
There was no sales of this until Saturday last
Yeah,
week.
panel was on the 19th, I believe. So wasn't that the first day? Maybe it was Saturday.
Oh.
Maybe it was.
I don't know.
Saturday.
There was no sales until the last 7 days.
Well, there was a couple panel books, as we'll see later in the show. But I'm not surprised that there was no sales to the next day because I don't think a lot of people knew about them. They would rather. I mean, very few people went to panels this year. So it's just the way it is.
Surprised that Marvel had even
I
had
think
one.
yeah, they weren't going to do the big Hall H thing, but I think they had to had some type of presence there, comic book creator. They were going to be there anyway, so. But it is what it is.
It's a $150 book.
Damn.
Wow. There's
Very
a
cool.
couple keys going on inside too. New Nomad. Used to be Redacted. The character Redacted is the now new Nomad, and it's either a first full or second appearance, whatever you guys call, of Sharon Carter as the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Cool.
Excellent. All right, moving on to number 5 this week. What if Dark Spider-Gwen issue number 1, the Rose Besh version 1 in 100?
Yes, man, I've been waiting for this one to come out. Oh yes.
Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
see, I gotta go to YouTube to see it because of some things going on our monitor, and I go and I hear him say yes, and I know, haha, yeah, because he loves Rose Besh. Then I went and saw this cover, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like Rose Besh possessed? I mean, you know, like in like Exorcist movies, how they like contort themselves. That's what it looks like. What's going on here?
All I know is Spider-Gwen. She has a 4-inch waist.
Yep.
I mean, that
that's
literally
terrible.
that might be the smallest waist I've ever seen.
It just
I'm not
doesn't.
sure her spine could go through that.
I don't know.
Is that her finger?
Yeah.
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 It looks like the hamburger helper hand.
I will say
She's
that
giving you
she's
the-
getting better, though.
Giving you the loser. She's giving you the loser symbol.
Yeah. I will say that she's getting better. She's not as angular as she used to be. But, man, she's still pretty. She's got some of the... I don't know what it is. Maybe if it's the outline she uses that she does so angular on, but...
Bro, her legs literally, they just stop.
Yeah.
There is no butt at all. It's just a line and it just stops. Like this is
The way
This
she's
is
bent,
so-
I mean, to see a butt, you'd have to have a big dumpster back there. I mean, she is like contorted.
Yeah.
this is so bad.
It should be a
I'm-
wraparound cover with Miles on the other side bent over and her saying,
She already
"Cough
did
twice,"
that. She already did that.
with a finger up his.
Oh, okay.
If it was a wraparound cover, that'd be perfect.
Hey, tell me
do you
if
poo?
you guys,
Do you poo?
do you poo? Tell me if you guys see this, and because I never thought about it before, but like anime and manga characters, they look like cats.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's the
And if they look
eyes.
like cats, is that why? Like, in the shape of their face, like their chin comes out and their nose,
Yeah.
everything looks like a cat. Is this why? Like they are really into this furry stuff?
Well, the
because
face
these
on this
characters
one
look
is
like-
rough. Yeah.
Cats.
Yeah. The face on this one's not good. And she had, I mean, everybody was talking about Rose Besh this weekend, man. Everybody was talking about her at the con.
What were they saying? Like she's
How great she
good?
is, how good she is. They loved that Captain Marvel book that she did. Wasn't there another book that she did from the con? So, yeah,
Okay.
man.
That just sounds like people that are like, man, you are so good at your job, man, you're just the best. And
Yeah.
everybody's sitting there going, what are you talking about? They're like the worst at their job ever. Why aren't they fired? That just sounds really weird. Like, does she have like dirt on these people?
I like Rose Besh. I've always liked Rose Besh. I just think it's funny that this guy hates her so much. Not hates her. He likes her. He respects her. It's just the art. He's just not his cup of tea. But this one, I mean, I think this one's a do-over. I don't
Yeah,
even
she
know.
did the
How, I don't know
Invincible
why
book.
people
Yeah,
are-
Invincible,
yeah.
not Captain Marvel. Invincible. Yeah.
Well, this one is selling for $175.
Wow.
What? Get the fuck out of here. No way, bro. You're joking,
Yeah.
dude. Come on.
Well, I mean,
100.
it's 1 in 100 of a what if book. So
Right.
that's
out of
probably
continuity.
why.
Yeah. I feel you.
Hell no. This definitely is not AI. I've done some investigation. I've looked at this book, and it's not AI.
Hey, maybe if we told AI to draw this, maybe it might break AI.
In the style of Besh.
AI couldn't like do it. They'd be like, I can't do that.
Yeah. Well, this is a tough one right here. But
No, I do not like Momoko either. Candiceus.
I almost bought a Momoko cover in San Diego, dude.
I like Momoko and Besh.
Now, I will say there are a couple Momoko covers that look good. That Ray cover that Momoko did looks excellent. There's a
The
new
Ghost
Sagi
Rider one.
cover, looks excellent. but a lot of them don't. This Besh thing though is, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't see how anybody looks at this and is like, man, that is awesome. Like I'm looking at that right now on my phone. Like,
If I accidentally bought that, I would be ashamed, and I would take a long box and put it at the back of it.
You guys see this?
Just put it up.
Thank you, Manny.
What did Manny say?
they are based on cats. See, they look like freaking cats. They're
That's a good
furry.
call.
They're all furries.
Manny's saying there's a video on YouTube right now, and they're confirming that anime characters are based on cats. That's awesome.
So I almost bought this cover. If I would have walked by her table once again, and I made an offer on this, and she wanted $4,000 for this, but I told myself if I walk by it again, and the cover's still there, and I offer $3,000, and she says yes, I'll buy that sucker. I just didn't get a chance to walk by it again, but I would have bought it if she would have accepted $3,000 for this.
I would have commended you. That's dope.
Yeah.
See, now that looks good.
Yeah. I still want it. I don't know if it's still available. Maybe I should reach out to her and try and see if it's still available, but because I still probably would buy it. So, moving on to number 4 this week. Speaking of panels, The Amazing Spider-Man issue 29, the Linnell Francis Yu and who else was this? Linnell Francis Yu and somebody else. This is from the Next Big Thing panel. At number 4.
How many of these do you think there are? Did they give them to everybody that went to these panels?
That's a great question. Maybe they just had them on a table and they said, if anybody went to the panel, let us know. I want to know how they gave them out. If anybody went to the panel.
Yeah, I would. I'm interested to kind of know generally. This one had a lot more sales than the Captain America, but it's selling about the same. It's selling for like 100 to 150. But there were a lot more sales of this as opposed to the Captain America. Now I don't know if that means you got one or the other. I don't know. I'm curious how they actually distributed these once you walk through the doors.
I am too.
If anybody knows. Yeah, if anybody knows,
let us know. Drop a comment. How much is this selling for?
100 to 150 for this one.
Wow, it's not bad. It's a decent cover. Linnell Francis Yu is amazing. I always love Linnell Francis Yu. One of my favorite X-Men artists. So,
how did Miles get that high up in the air? He has no webbing.
Maybe Spider-Man took him. Maybe he
and
hung
then
on
just
the back
threw him off.
Yeah,
throw him off and put your arms out.
Ghost ride the whip, baby. Moving on to number 3 this week. Who thought of this would be on the list at this high? Daredevil issue number 11 at number 3 this week. First appearance of Muse. This is from the 2016 series. Great cover on this. There is a variant that is not as good as this cover, but here it is at number 3 this week.
And a dope cover for 14 where it's just Muse by himself. I think it's just a regular cover, but yeah, he's heavily rumored for being the villain for a major part of the Born Again after some recent news. So, what's it going
this
for?
Cover? Well, this was only like a $5 to $10 book, and now it's $30. This cover is awesome though. Now I will say, because this one was like $5 to $10, my guess is you can still find this if this weekend, if you go hit the Daredevil back issue bins, you will probably find this book for cover price in the back issue bins. But I would jump on it this weekend for cover. But this is a great cover. Man, it looks so violent.
Check out 14 too. If you guys are gonna do what Ben said, which is very good advice, because I'm probably gonna do it. Don't forget to look for 14 too, because it's Muse by himself on the cover, and it's even better in my opinion. It's fucking creepy as shit.
It is kind of creepy. Like this character, character. Like I did read up slightly about this character. that villain, like he uses the dead bodies that he kills in his paintings. Like that's really like
Creepy
Hannibal
shit.
Lecter-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that is some really weird stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of actually makes me want to go back and read. I used to love Daredevil. I read Daredevil for years, and then stopped. But I would actually kind of like to go back and read this arc of this character.
Yeah, 11 through 14. Hey, like I said, guys, jump on that 11 book, but don't forget 14. Especially when the Daredevil Born Again series, you put sets together, flip those easy.
Hell yeah. All right. Moving on. We got three books left, you guys, and then we're going to go over comments. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. 231 live. At number 2 this week, Batman, Gargoyle of Gotham, the Ash Can for issue number 1.
Yeah, when I saw there were a ton of sales for this, like a ton, and I was like, I don't remember seeing this one came out. I didn't realize it was an Ash Can. Like this series doesn't come out until October, I think is when it is, something like that.
1 per store, right? A thank you. It was like a thank you thing, 1 per store.
I think it was 1 per store. And if you think about it, Batman doesn't generally have like 1 per store variants associated with it. So maybe that's why it's such a big seller, because this doesn't happen that often with Batman. It's also Black Label, and Raphael Grandpa is doing. He wrote this and drew this, so this is all him on this story. I don't really know much about the story. That's a cool cover as well. I love the font on the trade dress and all that stuff. It looks very, very cool. This one's selling for like 40 plus. So if your local store or local shop has got it sitting there and they'll give it to you for 20 or something, I would probably buy this. And this is Black Label too, so I would assume that this is probably going to be pretty dark. It looks like a pretty dark.
I'll check it out for sure. Yeah, definitely gonna check this out. Daniel says just art interiors, no speech, which is cool. I think that's a good way to do an Ash Can.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Huh.
So, all right, you guys, number 1 this week.
Don't hate me
now. SDCC at number 1. The Bad Idea book at number 1. Woo-wee. Look at that.
All right, so you were at SDC. First of all, there's a Save Now number 1 and a Save Now number 2. The cover is identical, except for the box on number 1 goes around Save. The box on number 2 goes around Now. So just so if you're trying to figure out which one it is, that's the difference, is the box around. I don't know
which one I got. I got one. I don't know which one I got. I did go to the Bad Idea party. It was awesome. It was just super, super cool. They had a bunch of beautiful artwork out. Bunch of creators there. I bullshitted with Tony Fleece for a long time, talking about his beautiful art on the what is it? Devil's Ride variants. He's got some killer ones coming out, so be on the lookout for that. But it was a lot of fun. It was cool. A lot of creators and artists there. A lot of friendly faces. Great drinks. They were walking around giving away great food. It was in a beautiful restaurant right on the ocean, and I was on psychedelic mushrooms, so it was 10 times better than I expected.
Is this the only way you're going to be able to get this Save Now 1 and 2?
Yes.
So they're not going to actually issue this, right?
Yeah, only Bad Idea Tiki Party variants. Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, this one, look, I know a lot of people hate Bad Idea. Some people loathe Bad Idea, and I don't. I will give them they are creative, at if nothing else. And man, they put out some quality. This cover is crazy good.
Yeah. The quality of the book is really good too. Bad Idea
So
books
good.
are always high quality books.
Yeah.
They catch so much heat, but in all reality, man, what they're doing is super cool. They're the way they promote their stuff, how they treat their fans is second to none. I mean, seriously, think about how they treat their fans. They have things for number one fan where they give, they have parties for their number one fans, and I mean, Bad Idea fans are rabid, and and Bad Idea treats them very, very well, and I think that's a good thing about it. Now, they get a lot of heat because of how they distribute their stuff, and there's a lot of stores that aren't Bad Idea distributors, and that causes a problem. I get it, but you know what? I love what they're doing, and I'll continue to say that until they give me a reason not to, and they've never given me a reason otherwise. And I'm not a huge. It's not like I'm a huge Valiant Bad Idea fan either. I'm a fan of the quality stuff they put out. I was before I was ever friends with the guys, and I think they're good people over there. There's only, I think, 5 employees that work for Bad Idea, and they're doing cool shit, man. I really think they are, and they're very open and honest about it, about what they're doing. People think they're sneaky or something, but I think it's the exact opposite. So let me go back to that. I apologize. So yeah, man, I think it's cool what they're doing. And yeah, I get it. People are like, "Oh, look at the value on their books they drop." Well, every value on the book drops after it's been out for a while. I get it. The Hero Trade #1 isn't selling for $1,000 and 9.8 anymore, but there's a lot of books that aren't selling that much anymore. But it is what it is. We'll probably all get called shills or something. But
hey, you can call me that all day. I literally, the only Bad Idea book that I own is the ENIAC #1, the not first print. That's the only Bad Idea book. I've never talked to Dinesh. I have no connection to them whatsoever. So you can say whatever you want.
I've got the Invisible comic. I cracked it out of the slab though.
Good for you, bro.
Can you all see that?
Can you save that for me? I want one, bro.
Yeah, I had a 9.6. I'm going to try and send it in for a 9.8.
I'd rather have the Invisible comic than one of the Bad Idea rocks.
Yeah. CPRP. Crack, press, recement, and party!
Can't wait to start fighting with the CGC. Sir, you only have 9 books in your submission. No, there's 10. There's that Invisible comic book. I want it fucking graded.
You better not lose it.
Y'all didn't grade it the last time. It's a 9.6. I pressed it. That bitch better come back a 9.8.
Better not lose it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But this is okay. So this is selling for 200.
Whoa, what?
So
$200. God damn.
200 for this. So we'll see. We'll see how it stays. Probably not, but it's what it is right now. So.
Do you think she talks funny?
You know what she reminds me of?
Look, I can do it.
She reminds
I can
me
do it just
of.
like her.
There was a movie that Kiefer Sutherland did with Reese Witherspoon called Freeway, I think, and that's what it reminds me of.
That was old school one. Yeah,
and it also reminds me of The Witcher. If you remember the chick in The Witcher at the beginning when she was all messed up, kind of reminds me of that. Which also, if you know The Witcher, that was something that Dinesh had his hand in producing. So, it's kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Good stuff. So, all right. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, leave a comment. Let's get into last week's show's comments before we end the night out. I want to say thank you to everybody that hung out with us tonight on the live show. If you're not watching us live, leave a comment and tell us what you think of the show. We appreciate you. Check out all the links in the descriptions, of course. I do want to say a big thank you to our boy Yeezy Yee for helping host last week and the great show you all did. It was good stuff. So, all right, let's take a look here. Comments. Starting off with our boy Volsi. He says, good show and props to Yee for doing 54 podcasts a week. Yes, 55. David Posner says, great show. It's easy to not have FOMO over Comic-Con exclusives, but I am looking for those Muppet Babies and Care Bears 25th anniversary covers. We missed you, Brian. Well, I appreciate that. So Mr. Rob says, if you missed him, you would spell his name correctly.
Read my mind. No, I'm kidding. But yeah.
No, I get it. Stockton Ellis says a lot of people simply aren't bothering to look at or bid on auctions lately, so a ton of things are slipping through the cracks. Yes, I agree. Planet Arizona Comics says, thanks for giving me inspiration on what books to press next. I have the whole set of Marvel 25th anniversary covers, and my Muppet Babies and Care Bears could use a pressing. Yeah, those Star 25th anniversary covers are great. Heroes Collectible says, at Ben, when you see some of these slabs sell for $10, what's the shipping like?
Most of them are like $12, so not stupid.
Okay, he says,
not like you would think.
Yeah, he says, I ask because I've seen sellers charge a ridiculous amount of money for shipping and start their books extremely low.
Nope, I've not seen that.
Kirby Carpenter says, great show, guys. I did not see this one San Diego exclusive that I had to have this year. If you get them, fine, but for me, reprints are not as exciting. I think the one variant that I had to have this year from San Diego was the Nakayama Lady Death. It was so good, and I'm so glad I picked one up. If you guys get a chance, check it out. Fight and Codename says, I like the idea of a top 10 from different artists show.
We're gonna have to all get together and figure out how we're gonna do something like that.
I agree. James Ortiz says, why would anyone in their right mind sell a graded book for less than it costs to grade? However, I like stupid. It makes my collection grow at less costs. Amen. That's why we show it to you guys.
Sometimes you get caught, though. Even seasoned guys, you get caught in that auction.
Yeah. Yep. Mr. Jeffrey B says that Batman Spawn cover looks like action figures posed to match the cover ye showed with some artwork added on top of it. Well, you're correct, sir. It is McFarlane figures. So, shout out to Hated Kerouac, who I met at San Diego. And I believe I'm saying his name correctly, but I could be wrong. He told me how to say it correctly, and I forgot.
That's awesome.
Patrick M says the Volkswagen was used on the Walking Dead show early on, hence the promo. There we go.
Shout out to Patrick. Fantasy football coming up.
Ink for Me said most of the sellers at SDCC say Spawn #1 was limited to 1K and selling $92 to $140. And reply from Richie says, okay, that's good info. Thanks. James DeVito says, watching on the rewind, so the Clive Barker has a B white cover. Out of Print Horror says, Good Asian went for 99-cent raw, missed that auction.
Wow.
James DeVito says, all the Tales of Teen Titans Starfire cover isn't on his website anymore. Or also, the Tales of the Teen Titans Starfire cover isn't on the website anymore. Probably talking about the Alex Ross Starfire cover, which was gorgeous. Beautiful.
Yeah, I want it, but I just didn't want to spend that much on it.
Yeah.
From him, just because his Batman covers from last year are still available on his website, and it's like, and he just won't give a print run, and I just can't do it. If they're not gonna give me a print run, even if it's fake, just give me something.
Yeah.
Right. And shout out to James DeVito. He was also inquiring about the Stein packs.
Okay. And we'll get to that in a second, you guys. Ronan Kane says, U.S. Avengers does take place in the Marvel 616. Just recheck the official Marvel database to make sure, though when I read it, it never occurred to me it was outside the 616. So a lot of people responding to that. You guys go read that. Solo Wookie says, I love Ben. We do too. John R. says collectors are going crazy nowadays over variants and complaining about the awesome origin story of Wolvie's Yellow Sloot. Covers are gimmicks and variant art is here today, gone tomorrow, but great Wolverine stories are still great. And Richie replied. Funhouse gave the heart emoji. Appreciate you, Mike. And man, this list was bad, says Robert Weir. Yeah. James DeVito responds asking, I think it's ridiculous that CBCS isn't as good as CGC, all because of the label. Corny. So.
Oh, and just as a quick follow-up, if you do want to read some funny comments, go to the CBSI website and read the comments for last week's list. You'll get a chuckle out of that because the reason that last week's SDCC list was on there, according to the commenters on there, was because I'm lazy and low energy, and I just didn't. I just
Really?
So I just phoned it in, and so I asked for specific examples of what else would they have put on there, and I got 0 responses. So that's when I always find it really funny is like if you have something better, please tell me. I'm not infallible. I miss things. I'm doing this all whatever's between my ears and whatever I see with my eyes, and I miss things. I'm not a computer. I don't do anything with AI. I don't do anything with algorithms like everybody else does. They make it easy on themselves. I do this all old school, and so if you got things, please tell me. I have no problem saying when I'm wrong, but if you just say I think you're wrong and don't tell me why, that doesn't really hold much water. But
Yeah, I mean, you could tell Ben, but don't let me see that comment before he does. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Amen.
yeah, it's funny. I mean, it honestly doesn't even bother me. I really don't even care. But apparently, because I said I didn't care about the comments, that was bad too. Like, I'm like, whatever. Clearly, some of those people you're not going to impress, but that's fine.
I'm going to watch a show where I don't like the list. Let's go. Woo! I'm so unhappy. I love this list.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Dennis. I'm not doing anything. First of all, yeah, I don't care about Diamond. I don't care about Penguin, and I literally have no idea which ones distribute what anyway. So I don't care if it's a self-published book. Then I mean, we've had self-published books on here too. Isom, was it Isom? Is that the name of that book?
Yeah.
That was self-published, right?
Yeah, that was Eric July. Yep.
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
Yeah, you want me to not put that on there? I can't do that.
Which
'cause it
I
wasn't
believe Dennis hung out with our
not doing-
Eric July at San Diego this weekend. So
Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's silly.
I saw Dennis's post with the In-N-Out Burgers, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, he must be at San Diego Comic Con. So that's pretty cool.
yeah, that's cool, man.
Did you go to In-N-Out, Brian?
I did not go.
you have In-N-Out
I'm not an
in
In-N-Out
your-
fan, but I went to this.
Yeah,
place
they
called,
got them in Phoenix.
Yeah. I went to a place called Bubs in San Diego that has a burger that's based on the In-N-Out burger. That's way better than In-N-Out.
Yeah, it's like it probably cost $45.
Yeah, but it's still a good burger.
In-N-Out Burger is like $6.
Yeah, and their fries are shit though, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say
their
In-N-Out
are
fries
trash.
lack.
Their fries are trash.
Yeah,
But they also have really, for vegetarians, if you're a vegetarian, they have really good grilled cheeses too. So.
yeah, I agree.
Can you eat cheese if you're a vegetarian?
Yeah, just not vegan. I mean, if you're vegan, you can't eat cheese. So if you're vegan, you're just eating lettuce, tomato, and and fucking onion on a bun. And trust me, I've been there. I was 9 years vegan, and I used to eat that shit like it was going out of style. I was in a band, and everybody ate meat except me. I was vegan, so every time we go through a drive-through, when they'd ordered, they'd say, "Hey, get this guy a side of napkins." So I was vegan. What's that? Comics Christmas special?
Yeah, you remember this, Brian? This Dave Stevens cover
Yeah,
with the aliens?
That's Dave Stevens.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, dude. That's a
So
tough one.
they released a documentary on Dave Stevens on Amazon. It's fucking awesome.
That's the Kickstarter one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, cool! I would like to see that.
Dude, it's awesome. It's got like Adam Hughes talking about Dave Stevens, and in the background is the Rocketeer variant that he released. Like he's working on it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that for sure. Okay. Before we go, two things. Like I told you guys, you will need to go to Richie's channel. However he wants to distribute it, it's cool. He'll let me know whoever the winner is, and then I will handle everything from there. But you got to follow his rules for his channel. I'm also going to give a second one away on Brian's channel. So whatever Brian wants to do, follow his rules. I don't care what his rules are either. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to tell me who won, and then you will get a free one.
I was thinking that we could do a full episode of Buy the Dip, and you'd be on there with, and then we could do it, do it on there. We could dual stream with your channel or whatever,
Yeah, you can do whatever. Hey, like I said, you can do whatever you want. I don't care. But if you do want to buy, they will go live on Sunday. I'm going to there will be 70 total, but there's not going to be 70 for sale because I'm giving 3 away, I believe. So there's only going to be 67 available. But you will need a code word because, or discount code, unless you want to pay double, you can. But this is going to be what you need. Oh, hold on, I can't see it. Hold on.
Yeah. Wonderworld says, I smoked stogies with the guys that made the documentary when Brian stood me up. Well, you know why I had to stand you up, man. I didn't stand you up. I took one for the team. Let's say that. So
okay. So can you guys read that?
Which
discount code something pack Stein pack 7.
Stein pack 7.
I like that.
It's very simple. That's your code. If you don't have it, you can pay full price. I don't care. I mean, it's whatever. You can pay more. That's not gonna bother me. But
So
I don't think
how are you gonna like? I think what everybody's asking, because there was, the people that have been buying them, they know when to claim. So the people that don't, to get some fresh blood, how can they claim your Stein pack so they can watch you open it that they purchased?
Okay, yeah. So basically, the way I do it is I sell them up front. None of them are opened. I do not send them to you, and you open them at home, because what I want to make sure that everybody knows all the good books have been claimed and actually ended somewhere. Like, I'm just not saying, hey, there's an AF-15 in here, and then all of a sudden nobody knows who actually won it. It feels very fake and cheap
100.
and all. So I open them live on my channel, so everybody can see exactly what books are out there, which books were part of the whole thing. So that way I'm very open about that. All names will be randomized. All packs will be randomized, and then the two lists, the randomizations will match together. So that's basically how it will work. So nobody knows up front. It doesn't anything like that.
Look what AOA put. He said,
Oh,
code equal. I'm glad Jack Kirby.
Oh, that's I heart Besh. Yeah. So, anyways, that's how I do it. So they all have to sell out, and then once all the payments and stuff are received, then like I'll do the show like 2 days later, live. So everything will be live. Everything will be all on the up and up with that. These are just. Both of these are complete stacks. There's full boxes underneath both of these, and these are stacked like, I don't know, 15 high. There's a truckload of books. I did the quick math on this. There's, like I said, there's 70 packs. The average pack, like when you total all the dollar amounts of sale prices. Now, some of these are like really hard to find books, and you can't really find sale prices, so I had to kind of extrapolate on some of those, but I tried to be extra fair on those. The average is $240 per pack. These will only be 100, and I haven't decided if they're 150 or 140. That's all they're going to be.
So
to-
you're
to
saying
buy.
so you're saying that's the average. So basically there will be no lower floor than what they pay for, but it could actually have a higher ceiling, correct?
The lowest, everyone is worth at
Than the
least
average,
150. Everyone is worth at least 150. The average across the whole thing is 240, but that includes there are $2,000 books. There is a $600 book. There's two $500 books. There's two $400 books. There's three $350 books. Five $300 books. So they're basically half of the packs are 200 up. But yeah, so you get one, maybe two books, Reef. Every pack will have slab in it. So, and I will tell you that anybody who's ever bought one before has said that it's the quality is there. So,
Yeah, he opens the books on a live stream, Reef. Yep, that's how it's basically always been, right, Ben?
yeah, I've done it. I've done different fun ways to do it before.
We like the transparency, especially Ben. I mean, shit, I'm one of his closest friends, and I asked for a pack for my channel to open it, and he almost bit my head off. So, I like the way he does it, especially, he's a card guy, comes from cards, and we all break cards, but he went ahead and he's doing it with the comics. I love it. Great idea.
Hey, Richie and Brian have been with me since I've started doing this. And have you guys ever even got one?
Nope.
They've
sell
never
out
even
too
got
fast. They sell out too fast.
Every time I
Joe, have
get
you ever got one?
Nope.
Yeah, these three guys have never even got one. There are, and I will tell you, I know this for a fact. There are variant age, there are modern age, there are bronze age, there are copper age, there are silver age, and there are golden age, all in these packs. So it is not, I can tell you that is not just a bunch of store variants. There's not.
So
Now, obviously,
where are they going? Again, one last time. Are you going to be selling these on your Shopify account? What's going on?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, my Shopify account. The link is on my Instagram. If you click on my account, it's got a link tree, and there will be a
Right here.
link tree, and then right there, Shopify.
So let me drop the link in here, and I'll put this Stein's Shopify link in the descriptions also, you guys. So there's the Shopify link, and you guys be on the lookout over there.
You can every person that does get a pack will get either a magnet or a sticker. The holographic and the sparkle or the cracked ice, you can purchase those if you want those.
There we go.
There's only 50 of those that are available.
What if
I'm
you
never
get hit
gonna
with a
make-
bot?
Hit with a bot?
Yeah, what if one of our sneaky listeners?
Then I will cancel the order.
Yep.
There will be no. I know where everything's going shipped because I do all my shipping myself. So
you got how many? You said you have 67 Stein packs, right? That are going to go up, and then
70 total.
72.
I'm giving 3 away. Yeah.
Is there other stuff on your site too, like in case they miss? Is there like a slab?
Not right now. Nope. There's nothing else for sale other than that. I just put one PSA card on there, but that's it. Nothing else. Yeah. See, that's what happens. Volsi. I mean, good things happen. If you buy a pack, that's it's just how life goes.
Yeah. So good shit, you guys. Again, thank you everybody that's hanging out. 180 live till the end. Hit those thumbs up if you're catching this on the rewind. Check out the links in the description. You could find the link to Stein's Shopify below in the description. I just updated it, and as well as the rest of our stuff. Tomorrow night on Beyond Wednesdays, if you want to win one of those Stein packs, come hang out on the show tomorrow night. There's a chance you could win one of those. So, and we are gonna get into drama alert tomorrow night, mainly on the Bry's Comics situation that is still ongoing. It's very interesting what's happening with his most latest book. And it really goes to show that you need to do, if you're going to be out there putting out variants, do your research on the stuff you put out. That's all I'll say. And that being said, much love to everybody. We'll see you guys next time. Adios.
Drama.